And we're back. I'm reading my chapter and trying to take notes. If I sound like I'm sick, I'm not sick. It's pollen. It's making me sick. It's like up my nose and stuff. And it makes my nostrils inflamed and makes it hard for me to breathe up there in my nose. So if I snort, it's not anything bad. It's just that mucus is trying to get out my nose. That's it. Measuring performance in operations. Measurement is the act of quantifying the performance of organizational units, goods and services, processes, people, and other business activities. Measurement provides an objective basis for making decisions. The theme of the operating antecedent, and needle. I have no idea what that word is. And Seedot is about the wisdom of using a single measure to fly the airplane. I have no idea what that shit means. Oh my god. Seriously. What in the world? Oh. Okay. Sorry about that. The theme of the operating. Yeah, let's skip that whole sentence. Would you fly a plane? Would you fly in such a plane? I have no idea. Oh my god. Okay. Concentrating on only one measure at a time is not a good idea. World-class organizations normally uses between 3 to 10% performance measure per process depending on the complexity of goods and services, numbers of market segments, competitive pressure, and opportunities for failure. Good measures provide a scorecard of performance, help identify performance gaps, and make accomplishments visible to the workforce, the stock market, and other shareholders. The example of the ground operations arena of American Airlines is concerned primarily with the service passengers receive at airports. The routinely measures serve so much is food in here. Routinely measures service. I don't know that word. This is one of those days. Get it together, okay? Factors that customers have told them are important, such as waiting time at the ticket counter, time to operating the cabin door at a great gate arrival, bag delivery time, and cabin cleanness. My cabin is always clean. What was that? Alright, let's get it together. I'm supposed to be writing this down. I'm just skip that. Let's just. Have you ever felt like you just want to skip that page and you just skip that page just because nothing is going right on that page? That's what I just did. Financial measures. Types of performance measures. Financial, customer and market, quality, time, flexibility, innovative and learning, stability. 7 measurements over time. What does that mean? I have no idea. Financial measurements. Revenue, profit, return on assets, earning per shareholder. Types of revenue. That's all it is. Revenue. Revenue return on assets. Oh, ROA. Earning per shareholder. Investors. Alright, customer and market measures. I already know about financial measures. Let's go to customer and market. Customer and market measures. You have probably completed customer satisfaction surveys at a restaurant or after an internet purchase, or perhaps you have logged a complaint. Through customer and market feedback, an organization learns how satisfied its customers and stakeholders are with its goods and services and performance. Other customer-focused performance measures include customer retention. That's like customer retention is like, okay, you gain a customer, you market to a customer, you talk to them, they talk back, and then how you reel them in and how good you can keep them coming back to your store, shop, or financial institution, or college, or anywhere, business, or government. Yeah. Customer retention. That's big. I remember in my business class, that is totally big. Customer retention. If you don't have good feedback from your customers, no one's gonna go there. They're gonna be like, no, sorry about that. Thank you, but no thanks. Not this time. Next. Thank you. And other customer-focused performance measures include customer retention gains and losses of customers and customer accounts, customer complaints, warranty claims, measure of perceived value, loyalty, positive referral, and customer relationship building. Measures of customer satisfaction reveal areas that need improvement and show whether changes actually result in improvement. A customer satisfaction measurement system provides a company with a customer rating of specific goods and services features and indicates the relationship between those ratings and the customer's likely future buying behavior. Likes. Hearts. How do you do it? Hearts? Like that. How do you do hearts? I forgot. I'll do mine like that. Like that. Alright. Yeah, like on Facebook and stuff. Likes, follows, comments, anything. It's all measurement. To see how customers or consumers react. It tracks trends and reveals patterns of customers' behavior from which the company can predict future customer needs and wants. It also tracks and analyzes complaints, and other measures of dissatisfaction. At Federal Express, for instance, customers are asked to rate everything from building to the performance of court, package conditions, tracking capabilities. Complaint handling and helpfulness of employees. A restaurant might rate food appearance, taste, temperature, portions, as well as cleanliness, staff friendliness, attentiveness, and perception of value. Marketplace performance indicators could include market share. I probably should be highlighting this. Market share. Restaurant. Wait. Couldn't. Market performance. allergies. And it just happened this morning. It had a wave just come in the room or something. Alright, and percentages of new product sales as appropriation. For example, in a commodity market is in which Cargill Kitchen Solutions competes, making various egg products for restaurants and schools from raw eggs. Its performance drivers include the U.S. share of market and total products of egg products sold in the highly competitive semiconductor industry. STM Microelectronics look like only at sales growth, but also at differential product sales. That's 1, 2, and 3. Quality. How you measure quality? Is it quality over quantity or quantity over quality? Quality measures. Oh God. Yes, I do that. Wipe the nose. Quality measures in the. That's what it's one of those type of things. You just go. All right. Tangible reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, time, flexibility, the customer, the buyer, customer. You know what? I'm done with this book for today. I would like to read this book. That course is like, I'm like, do I really have to take this? The lectures are boring. Well, not boring. It's just, you know how you print out the PowerPoints and then you just kind of like highlight. Okay, this word. What is this? Circle it. Come back. Question. Oh, is this going to be on the test? You probably should. Didn't the professor give you that look like, this is what you need to know? This is not what you need to know. This is what you need. Alright. Oops. Alright, where did I start? Start on this side. The troopers rushed. I like to be up close in the camera. That's the thing. I like to see myself in the camera so that I can get a good view, so I can read correctly. The troopers rushed him from all sides. Twin red blaze flashed as he met their advance, spinning and slashing with an grace that belied the strength behind him. Mastery of the Jarkar dual lightsabers fighting style hadn't come easily, even given his inherited knowledge of the Nieman and argue technique. Using two blades come with both advantages and disadvantages. Although he could attack or defend himself against more than one opponent at a once, he could only wield his lightsaber one-handed, reducing the power of his blows. Building up a physical strength had therefore been a key part of his training on Camino, 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 something like that. Starting with sample weights and graduating to combat training with droids like these, dueling the Dark Lord himself had come last of all, and he had clinged to the ultimate challenge even as his mind played games with him. He might not know what he was, but he could learn and had learned how to fight. Fight, he said, deflecting every attack the Fox rebel dealt against him, slightly or in pairs of trios. Holographic limbs and blasters were no match for his blade. Sparks flew. Droid fell in pieces. Brown uniforms turned red with illustrious blood. More droids issued from the wall, crowding him, coming at him in waves of 4 or more. Starkiller went into the fighting trance, stabbing and swinging and sweeping complex arcs all throughout the air. His nostrils were full of smoke. The stink cleared his head. No more voices assailed him, and no more doubt in either. He was who he was, born to kill. He killed. With a roar, he forced his way through a wall of rebels, slashing and hacking as he went. Alright, let's finish this page. Alright, they fell apart on either side, leaving just one standing before him. He raised both blades to strike him down. Not him, her. She was a slender blonde woman in an officer's uniform, clutching a blaster in both hands. Starkiller froze. He knew that face. He took a step toward the woman. You're still loyal to Vader. After all he did to us, branding me a traitor and trying to kill you? No, he said. The words in his head wouldn't be drowned out. I saw you die, but you come back. No, he repeated, raising his blades. Don't make me leave another life behind. No. The woman covered before him. Wait. She said in a voice identical to the one in his head. Don't. Now the fate of this alliance rests only with you. He lowered his blades, stunned out of his fighting trance. The voices were the same. Memories stirred in his mind. Images of the woman before him came. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay. Told you it's bad. I'm like this. Memory stirred in his mind. Images of the room. I even sound different. Images of the woman before him came in a bewildering rush. Vader wanted him to destroy everyone. The original Starkiller he fought with, and that meant this woman, the rebel officer, this. Juno. Yes, he said. She said. Strike her down. Come to Came to the commanders from Vader. I can't. I must learn to hate what he loved, said Vader, and suddenly it was just the three of them in the center of the droid-strewn training ground. Starkiller the Sith who had created him, and a woman from the Starkiller's past. Conflicting impulses warred within him, triggering by the one-going cascade of recollections. Juno eclipsed the woman Starkiller. Had said, yes, love, but he wasn't Starkiller. So what did he owe her? He was just a clone, and she was only a droid, an illusion fastened to test him. What did it matter if he did as he was told, as he had been bred to do? His hands trembled, the twin red blades wavered, they grew steadier as he drew his elbows back, preparing to strike. I guess I'll never need to live this down. He remembered the tender pressure against his lips, the feel of her body against his, a heat he had never experienced before in his life or any other. He couldn't do it. He couldn't kill her. Alright, that's enough of that book. Now let's go to this other book. 22 minutes. Alright. I'm reading extra slow. It's because of my allergies. I don't have a cold. Okay? It's tough. I still have to outline that chapter. And it's 5 o'clock. And I have to be to work in a couple hours. And I still haven't worked out. It's 2 hours to do it. 1 hour to get ready for work or whatever. Getting out of the zone. You know how it is. When you don't feel like going to work, but you need to, and you just need to go to work and just get in that zone. Garlic. I remember reading that. I like how Lewis rolled words around in his mouth as if he was tasting them. He always made a big product out of his specials, maybe because they were the only thing he controlled on the menu. The rest of it was composed of Greek and Italian classics, mostly recipes my father inherited from Nonna Papu, who had owned a restaurant back in Tavrina Ristorante. It was more spaghetti carbona than wasabi and panko crusted skate with lime cheville salsa. My dad liked to say, not fine dining, great dining, painfully. I stuck a spoon into a pot of marinara bubbling on the 6-burner stove and tasted. Needs more garlic. Carlos playfully batted my hand with a charred oven mitt. Charred mean burn. Not to a crisp. Not lightly burned, discoloration, flaky, stuff like that, charred, oven mitt. I liked working with Louis. He knew I wanted to be a chef when I grew up, and not just a chef, but a top chef. He didn't laugh when I talked about flavor profiles and balance. Sometimes he even took my advice, dashing in a little more salt and corn, cor, coriander. I don't know what that word is. I'm not a chef. When he thought my oven, when he thought my back was turned, where can I sit? I asked, running my hands down the sides of his apron. Onions, Louis said. Onions, said Louis. Only it sounded like onions. Ah, cap. It was a cry time. By six, the dining room was nearly full with early birds, old people and families with small children who left almost non-existent tips and a sparkling bread of crumbs around their table. Their tables like Hansel and Gretel scattering a trail out of the forest. The wait staff hated the early birds, but my father loved them. He loved every customer, but particularly those who, like him, saw meals as a ritual for Antonio Nicoladas. Food was about family and community as much as it was about taste and nourishment, which was why you could find him every night circling the dining room like a nervous socialite, chatting with customers, asking how their meals were, or if they had regulars, inquiring about their hip replacement surgeries and recent Disney vacations. Order up, yelled Louis. The doors to the kitchen, the wipe. There's a misprint. The doors to the kitchen wrapped open and closed for Nikki, a waitress who had been with as with us as long as I could remember.
Can I play a game?
Not right now. I'm actually in the middle of reading. Okay. Not right now. I'm actually in the middle of reading. She whisked 2 hot plates of moussaka from the window. I wondered. Oh. I wondered how she hadn't burned all of the skin off her fingers. Oh my goodness. Who? Never again. I wondered how she had burned all the skin off her fingers, yet she refused to use a tray. And 86, the Bukatin, Louis yelled after her, meaning we were out of it. Nikki cursed, oh, okay, holding my order on the table, then table 10 till I can see what Mr. Me and Hardy wants instead. As she backed through the door, the glimpse. This book is like funny. It's something to do. Pass by time. Good time, and reading is fundamental. You never know when you might need to read. something. A glimpse, a glimpse, my, a glimpse, I glimpsed my father in the dining room. Ouch. I glimpsed my father in the dining room. He was talking. He was taking to table 8, where the tukas for boys were polishing off a mountain of spaghetti and meatball. The door swung open again, and I caught his baritone voice, still stubbornly assented after all these years. He was mid-story. Oh geez, I wiped the seeds of the tomato I was chopping into a food scrape bin. One more page and I'm done for the day. I gotta get ready. I gotta work out. Cause I gained like 5 pounds in like 2 months. And I'm pretty upset with that. Como, as Pablo. He was one of the line chefs tearing letters for salads beside him. He's telling it again. Pablo and Carlos charlayed, and Carlos launched into his near-perfect imitation of my father. Sophia, my daughter, she's the real cook in the family, and when she was 3 years old, just a baby, she baked a chocolate souffle in her easy bake oven. Her mother was reading Julia Child. I had to cut Carlos off. I'd heard my father tells the story of my pre-adolescent culinary genius 1,000 times. I knew our customers had also. They were just too polite to stop him. The flow on Saturday evening was always the same. The 6 o'clock chord was replaced gradually by the 8 o'clock chord. Young professionals and couples on dates would like to linger over their meals, their ordered desserts to share, and bottles of wine as the grumbling servers loaded by the cash register ticketed behind a lattice decorated with more fake grapevines. My father didn't like our dinners to see their orders being put into the computer on their bills being printed. He preferred things just appear on the table as if willed into being by Zeus himself. I did the math once in 4 hours. We would put out approximately 172 entrees, 57 appetizers, 193 baskets of bread, and 36 desserts, or 0.716 meals per minute. I like math. Math is easy. In other words are hard. Don't think, just cook. And so my Saturday nights sped by in a marathon of chopping, peeling, planting, and the best part, tasting. By 9:45, my feet were aching in my clogs, and my head was buzzing with the heat and energy of the kitchen. By the tickets on the line and dwindling to 5, we were almost there. That is enough for today. Peace. I have a quiz Thursday that's due, and I'm not ready for it. So after work, guess what I'm gonna be doing? Same thing, going to sleep. All right, peace out.